Hi, welcome back to another specific tool video. This one is on a parting tool. This one was given by Crown Tools, and it's a smaller parting tool. However, it's not as narrow parting tool as I would like. So just get it out of the package. So this one is, I believe, 1/2 inch or 12 mil wide, and it's 6 mil thick. That's 1/4 inch. This is probably the simplest or one of the simplest tool to sharpen and to use, and I'm going to show you quickly how I would go about this. Now, first thing is that I noticed straight out of the package that these sides, although they are not sharp, they are not how should I say this, as smooth. So when I bring the tool rest, it can sort of grab on it. Ideally, of course, you use the parting tool flat on the tool rest. By flat I mean on one of these narrow sides, like so. However, if you want to do quickly maybe a bead or a cove, anything like that, you want to put it on a side, and it's much easier actually to hold when this edge is just lightly rounded over. I have here, I believe this is 400, yes, 400 grit paper, and just go a few times on all 4 edges, and this will get it nice and smooth and a little round over. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. As usual, I don't have any set angle for tools like this. What feels right is right, and if it works okay, then it's okay, and that's my sort of motto. You'll see what I mean in a Skew video as well. However, on this one, you can see this is quite pointy, and that's actually decent angle for parting tool. This is, I'll just grab a protractor. It's old, beat up one, but hopefully we can measure this. Okay, so this is old protractor. Not sure where my father-in-law get this one, but it's nothing special, but that's why I never used any like protractor gauges or anything like that. I don't need tools to be specific angle. So this one, for instance, is around 30 degrees. You can see here. So both sides, and that's actually quite good place to start. With time you're going to, since I sharpened this by hand as well, this will get either a little blunter or not sharper, but maybe a bit blunt angle, so maybe around 40 degree, something like that. So anywhere in that range works okay. So, and I'll just transfer you to the grinder, and we'll grind this. This really is one of the simplest tools to sharpen, and I don't need a platform for this. You can use a platform if you like, nothing wrong with that. However, I usually have it set for maybe a scraper or a skew, like in this case. So I'll just use the edge of the platform here, and I start from the heel, so that's this portion here. You start from here and you raise the handle until you see the wheel get in contact with the top here, and then just a few seconds in that sort of angle, and you flip it over. So and that's it. You can see this is the portion where I lift the handle, but I have around 3-4 mil at the very edge, at the here the cutting edge, nice clean. So again, here start to raise the handle, and now I'm at the cutting edge. Give it a few rubs back and forth. Same situation, you can see here, nice and sharp and squarish at the top. So that's pretty much it. I don't hone this, I don't do anything else to it, and it's probably the least used tool that I have, especially this wide one. If it's maybe 2 mil wide, then I would use it more frequently when I make boxes. So I'll get you back to the lathe and I'll show you how to use this one. The lathe, a little blank of maple that will go directly into a chuck and tighten it up. Now, in terms of tool rest height here, usually doesn't matter all that much. There's not like a specific rule for it. Now, usually before parting tool, in most cases, I've either used Skew or maybe some other tool to rough down the blank. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just grab a Skew and I'll be planing this down to round, and then we can see how the parting tool reacts and how to position it right. For the Skew, the height and the rest I'll talk in a Skew portion of the video series. So for now, just plane this down. Around, so I'm around here, and so that's nice trued up blank. So I hope this will show nice in terms of height. So with the parting tool, doesn't really matter. I can go lower than I did, let's say, with the Skew, or higher. It actually depends more on a comfort level of a turner, which is more pleasant for you. So what I like to do is just leave the rest slightly below center height of the spindle. And what I like to do is go above rotation, much like peeling cut with the Skew. This is just peeling cut with parting tool. So go above rotation, start to raise the handle, and that will pivot the cutting edge into the wood. So like so, go above rotation, raise the handle. Where you get the dust, you can push it a little bit forward, and you'll see it sort of grabs. That means that you have to, as you progress forward, start to lift the handle, so you're constantly cutting, like so. It's pretty much easy as that. Like so. And again, I can go it above, let's say, way above center height. It's just a comfort level. So this is now pretty much flat handle, and just doesn't feel comfortable as well. So still it can be done, but I have to move my shoulder, my entire body, like bending way over, let's say. Not sure, I don't have the right word, but so I'll show it. So I'll show this again. This is way above anything normal, let's say. So again, you go above rotation of the spindle. As you start to engage the cutting edge, you raise the handle and you move forward at the same time. And you can see, let me just stop everything. So this is now the final resting place, let's say, while I'm here with the handle, and you can see this is downward pitch, and this just isn't as pleasant or comfortable for me. It may work for you if you're much taller or anything like that. What I like to do is, again, have it around center height, maybe a little bit less than that, and again, have it above rotation, start to raise the handle. As soon as it engages, start to push forward and raising the handle at the same time. So as you see, no drama here, nothing here that's how should I say this, spectacular in any way. Just a simple tool that's peeling the side grain quite happily and efficiently, much like that we do with the Skew, like so. Pretty much same cut, although this is narrower tool, and you can part something off. For instance, if I want to part this off, so I can grab this little guy. There we go. So parting tool in most cases doesn't leave a great surface here where it parts off. You can see this is quite rough. I can get it a bit smoother if I take a lighter cut. Same procedure. You don't want to part off like so, straight in the middle. Not sure if you can hear, but it's quite a big difference in terms of how loud it is and how much tool actually vibrates, and just not as pleasant, and you're not cutting away, you're actually scraping away. The finish here is pretty much the same, maybe a smidge less tear out, but not by much. So again, go above rotation like so, start to raise the handle, and now this is quite different. This is cutting the or feeling the grain versus if you have it flat and stick it right in, this is scraping. Okay, so to sum things up on peeling cut or to parting cut, let's say, again, go above rotation, start to raise the handle until the edge contacts the wood here, and as you raising the handle, you have to progress forward with the parting tool. And you just continue on until you get or part off wherever you like. You can stop short and you can saw this off. You can twist it and break it that way. You don't have to push it all the way through or hold the piece if you don't feel comfortable doing that. So to clean this up, let's say with the parting tool, what I like to do is use this where my fingernail rests, this very edge here, and the way I like to do it is just as you would part this off, I just lightly turn or tilt the parting tool to the left, and you'll see what I'm getting here, just lovely ribbons. And you do this lightly, you don't press real hard. You can see how this works, and you can see if that's a little better, usually is. So the very rim is quite clean, but the center is still a little bit rough, so you see that's really light scrape. That feels much better. So still a little bit here, but you can see that's getting way better than it was before. So you can get a nice clean cut like that. So if you only have like parting tool in whatever scenario, we can make something out of it. And so let's say that we want to make a button or a handle, let's say. So bear with me, I don't do this with parting tool, but I want to show you that it can be done. Good. A little rough spot, this here. There we go. So I need a tenon, let's say, for a drawer front. So let's say that's that kind of a diameter that we need. There we go. So we can roll a small bead here. And do it from this side as well. There we go. And let's make a little cove, and hopefully I won't snatch the bead here with upper edge. Taking a little bit too much of wood here, I'll just take it away. What? So I have a little too big of a edge here, but so let's say we're going to pull it like so, and bring this down a little bit more, and we'll put one more bead here and the other side as well. There we go. So that's, I'll show you how that looks. We can sand that a little bit, 240 grit. And I'll do this in real time, so you can see it's pretty clean. Now the end grain here, I'm not as sure that it's clean as it should be. Obviously I would use maybe a different tool, but for a demo this works okay. There we go, so that's pretty good. Grab shavings and part off. Again, I like to hold, I rest my hand on the headstock, hold the bottom here, and then just lightly go slowly. Oops, usually I would hold it a little bit better, but this is our button done with only a parting tool, so can hopefully see a little bead, a little cove. I'm quite restricted by the size of the bevel there, and this is where we would drill in the drawer front, and you can see the front here, and that's pretty good. Nothing special, but pretty good. So if you only have parting tool, it's still, you can do pretty much with it. So I hope you like this little video on parting tool. It really is a nice, simple tool to use and to sharpen, and to beginners to understand the dynamics of wood turning. This is quite an excellent starting tool as well. So a little note, I usually do not use parting tool on side grain or cross grain work, so that would be bowls, cross grain boxes or something like that. The reason for that is pretty much I have other tools that do better job for that particular task. Maybe if I'm making like grooves, these square grooves, I would use it, but I'll pretty much maybe use it once or twice for decoration. I would use parting tool. So mostly I'm using this on spindle work to set the diameters or to part something off, which this is a really nice tool for. So yeah, and if you like this little video, please do subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the thumbs up and turn on notifications so you can get a note whenever I post a new video. So here we go. That's a little short video on parting tool and a little drawer knob, and see you in the next video.